Come, whoever you are, to Meg's Magical Mansion, a virtual guest house for spiritual wayfarers, a place where the ordinary becomes magical, where wisdom is yours for the asking, and where your higher nature is just a wish away. Thank you for joining us here today at Meg's Magical Mansion. I'm Meg, and this is my scrumptious parlor maid, Parfait.
Charm.
And here in my lap is my beautiful assistant, Miss Alice Poopers. And today we have a very special episode. Do you know what we're talking about today?
Fairies.
That's right. It's a very special episode all about the magic of fairies. So stick around. We're going to have a lot of fun. Don't fly away. And we have a giveaway. Poopers, I guess that means it's time for words of wisdom. And today our words of wisdom come to us from Louisa May Alcott, author of the famous coming-of-age girls story, Little Women. So sit back and relax and let's enjoy some words of wisdom from Louisa May Alcott.
Fairy Song by Louisa May Alcott. The moonlight fades from flower and tree, and the stars dim one by one. The tale is told, and the song is sung, and the fairy feast is done. The night wind rocks the sleeping flowers and sings to them soft and low. The early birds ere long will wake, 'tis time for the elves to go. O'er the sleeping earth we silently pass, unseen by mortal eye, and send sweet dreams as we lightly float through the quiet moonlit sky. For the stars' soft eyes alone may see, and the flowers alone may know. The feasts we hold, the tales we tell, so 'tis time for the elves to go. From bird and blossom and bee, we learn the lessons they teach, and seek by kindly deeds to win a loving friend in each. And though unseen on earth we dwell, sweet voices whisper low, and gentle hearts most joyously greet the elves where'er they go. When next we meet in the fairy dell, may the silver moon's soft light shine then on faces gay as now, and elfin hearts as light. Now spread each wing for the eastern sky, with sunlight soon will glow. The morning star shall light us home. Farewell, for the elves must go.
Today we're going to talk about fairies. And luckily for you, I'm an expert in fairies. So stick around and let me tell you all about some fairy magic. Okay, let's talk about fairies. There are so many kinds of fairies. The ones like me that you find in a bar down on Christopher Street. But other magical creatures like pixies, dwarfs, and goblins are considered part of a fairy realm. This group of mythical beings is sometimes referred to as the little people, the hidden people, or the fae. Many people enjoy working with fairy energy, while others would tell you to run for the hills. This is because fairies come in two distinct groups: those who enjoy working with humans and are benevolent, and those who don't care for humans, and they can be cruel and mischievous. Kinda like those mean girls from your middle school days. In Norse traditions, they speak of Elfheim, literally elf home or fairyland. Two classes of fae live there: the Oselfar, and their sweet ones, and the Delcofar, who are, well, the salty ones. In Scottish fairy lore, we find the Seelie and the Unseelie courts. The Seelie court is made up of the kindly, benevolent fairies. However, if these fairies feel slighted by humans, they can act vindictively. It's so important not to piss off the fairies. Like really, it's worse than pissing off your food server at a restaurant. The Unseelie court is made up of a host of unsanctified dead. Ooh, that sounds creepy. These creatures will cause harm completely unprovoked, such as carrying off unbaptized children. Hand me some holy water quick. Yeah, I'll avoid these guys. And in Ireland, they say the howling of the banshees foretells death and doom. Okay, now I'm just getting creeped out. Fairies can come in many shapes and sizes, not just the classic Tinkerbell type of fairy. Like me, they can be teeny tiny creatures or huge grotesque ones. Gee, I think I saw both of those types at the bar last weekend. Some fairies can fly, but all the fae can appear and disappear at will. Why does that sound just like my last boyfriend? Anyway, there are many helpful or benevolent fairies that you might want to work with, including brownies. Brownies are house fairies that you may want to invite into your home. They love helping keep your house clean, and girl, who doesn't need a cleaning fairy for real? But brownies are also fabulous for attracting abundance of all kinds into your home. They can help lure cash to your Coach wallet, sweetie. And they can't be beat as personal security guards because they tend to be protective of the homes and people they adopt. And fairies love flowers more than June brides do, honey. So inviting a fae into your garden can help attract blossoms. And beneficial insects such as butterflies. Pixies and gnomes love trees and plants and will help protect the nature in your garden space. Many people decorate their gardens with gnomes because gnomes are known to love and care for all the flora and fauna. Wow, I think I used to have an outfit like that one. Yikes. But anywho, fairy energy can be helpful to houseplants, window box plants, neighborhood yards, and parks. So, you don't have to be a rugged, woodsy type to work with these fairies, even though a rugged, woodsy type sounds perfectly yummy to me. Fairy energy is wonderful for sparking your creative energies. So for all my artsy-fartsy friends out there, perhaps a fairy could become your muse. They can inspire your art, writing, dramatic abilities, music, design skills, and all your creative expressions. Because fairy energy can really inspire creativity and imagination, working with fairy folk can help you with all your manifesting in all your areas of life. The Fae are wonderful at helping you open your heart, mind, and spirit to your divine guidance. So, if you're interested in working with the Fae, invite them in. You don't have to sit around and hope and wait like I do on a Saturday without a date. You could just ask them directly. Just talk to them. Fairies love it when you write them little notes. And who doesn't love gifts and presents? Fairy folk are no different. So leaving small tokens is a wonderful way to encourage the Fae. If you're leaving a 3.5 carat square cock Algonda diamond ring for anybody, it had better be me. Fairies love sweets. I mean, come on. I bet flying around all day burns off all those calories. So feel free to leave them a sweet treat. They adore homemade baked goods. I'm getting hungry now. So make sure to share with me too. They love fresh bread and honey. Brownies especially are known to enjoy a cup of fresh milk. so you can leave some out and let them know you welcome them. Woo! How wholesome. And just like I enjoy a nice cocktail when the clock strikes happy hour, so do the fairies. Leaving them an offering of beer, wine, mead, or ale, or even a fancy drink is a wonderful way to entice them into your world. Stick around, and later I'm going to show you how to make a very magical drink, the Fairy Godmother. You don't want to miss that. The drink will turn your pumpkin into a gilded carriage for sure. Whatever way you choose to welcome the Fae, please always treat them with love and respect. Fairies can bring great blessings and joy into your life, but they do love a good prank now and then. If the fairies mess with you a little, always accept it with good humor and grace. Being reactive will just encourage more naughty behaviors. Fairies appreciate a good sense of humor, and an ability to take a joke is important. Being a stick in the mud will just make them want to stick it to you even more. So, enjoy working with these beautiful, mystical beings, but always do so with respect and caution.
Well, Miss Alice Coopers, all that talk about fairies and fairy magic, it made me a little bit thirsty. I think they were showing some cocktails. And Parfait said she is going to make us a special cocktail today called the Fairy Godmother. So, take it away, Miss Parfait.
And now it's time for What's the Tea with Parfait.
Hi everybody, this is Parfait again, wanting to bring another fabulous drink recipe to you. Today we have a special drink. It's called the Fairy Godmother drink. And trust me, it's truly enchanting. What you're going to need for this drink is some absinthe. You're going to need some elderflower liqueur, pineapple juice, lime juice, lemon juice, and if you want to garnish with some orchids, you can have those as well. Now, this drink is truly enchanting, like I had said, and trust me, with all this absinthe, it also makes it pretty mystical. Now you want to go ahead and you want to put in about 2 ounces. We are doing 2 drinks here, so you could be a little heavy-handed with the green stuff. It has this really cool kind of hue to it. Awesome stuff. We're going to go a little bit more, you know. Meg and I like to have a nice time. After you put your absinthe in there, then you want to go ahead and put in your elderflower liqueur. Now for this you want to do about 1.5 ounces because we are doing 2. There we go. Now after that you want to make sure you put your pineapple juice in. Now for your pineapple juice you're going to do about 1.5 ounces as well. And again, if you're making this for one, just half these recipes. Or if you want to go really crazy, make more. There we go with some pineapple juice. Now after that, you want to put about 1 ounce of lime juice and 1 ounce of lemon juice in. There we go. Parfait is trying not to make a mess here. Fabulous. And of course, our lemon juice. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a mess. We're going to mix that all up together and we're going to have ourselves a fabulous drink. Give that a little stir. And then you want to just pour into your cocktail glass. Afterward, you just garnish with one of your orchids. And here, you have a Fairy Godmother drink. Trust me, after a few of these, you'll be seeing a lot of Fairy Godmothers.
Did
Enjoy.
somebody say Fairy Godmother drink?
Oh my god!
No, I always have to pop in when there's a drink.
Oh, see? All you have to say is Fairy Godmother drink and she appears! Woo! Here you go, darling.
Thanks, Parfait.
It's like a drive-thru for fairies. Cheers, darling. Enjoy.
Woo! Ringing my bells. So, everyone, if you're feeling brave, try a fairy godmother.
They are delightful.
Maybe your wishes will all come true.
And of course, we have a fantastic fairy-filled giveaway for you today. First up, take a look at this gorgeous book entitled Fairies by the two artists Brian Froud and Alan Lee. This is a classic book. All types of fairies are identified and pictured in this book, including water fairies, elves, pixies, leprechauns, tree fairies, many others, and information on their favorite haunts, pastimes, their way of lives, drawn from Celtic stories and the great oral traditions of the English language, and from a lot of different writers and poets. So this book is a beautiful hardcover copy that will be going to one lucky person. And of course, I have to throw in some blank journals, and I've just created 2 new ones with fairy magic themes. So our winner this week will be getting the beautiful hardcover book plus 2 fairy magic journals. To enter our contest, just comment below. Have you ever seen a fairy? Have you worked with fairy magic? Or maybe you're somebody who thinks fairies are better left alone. Let us know down below what you think, and you will be entered in our contest. I will do a random drawing and pick our winner this Wednesday, June 15th, 2022 at noon, and I'll put up a short to let everybody know who our lucky winner is. So make sure you get your entry in before this Wednesday, and thanks for playing.
Well, thank you for joining us today for our special episode on fairy magic. Hope you learned a little bit more about the magical and mystery that is working with the Fae. Remember, respect is critical. And thanks to Parfait for all her help with this special episode. So, don't forget, in the words of Buddha, 1,000 candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. So thank you for sharing your time and attention with us here today. If you had fun, maybe you might want to give us a like or a share. Hey, you know what? You could subscribe. Or, don't forget, ring the bell. Then you'll know when we post new episodes. Like we get a little off schedule like we did this week. And don't forget to tune in Wednesday. I'll put up a short to let you know who is the winner of our very special giveaway. We have a lot of fun fairy products for you, so don't forget, get entered in that giveaway. The drawing will be Wednesday. And we will see you back here next time for more fun and fairy frivolity, or whatever else we get into at Meg's Magical Mansion.
Today we're going to be talking about fairies. And lucky for you, I'm an expert in fairies. Today we're going to talk about fairies. And luckily for you, I'm an expert in fairies.